Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay in this week's episode of Dear Nero, which of course is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in fan mail and or fan questions, and I do my best to go ahead and answer them. You guys have no idea how lucky you are you're actually getting Dear Nero this week, because if you guys don't follow me on Twitter and don't know this yet, my early copy of Advanced Warfare came today, and good golly. I want to play Advanced Warfare. It's sitting right there at my Xbox One. I'm sitting here making Dear Nero instead, but I love doing Dear Nero. I've done it every single week. Well, most weeks anyway. I think I missed a few weeks here or there for over 112 weeks in a row now, and it's like, wow. That's a lot of episodes of Dear Nero. It's a fun series to make. It's not like it's hard. I sit back, relax, answer some questions. You guys really seem to enjoy it every week, and I'm happy to do it. If you guys are wondering more about Advanced Warfare, of course, I can't post any footage of it here on my channel as of yet. That would break the embargo, probably get me copyright strikes and things of that nature. So if you guys want to hear about cool stuff about Advanced Warfare, you guys can go over and follow me on Twitter, and over there you will see basically my opinions, my thoughts on the game so far. But keep in mind that as of this video going up, the multiplayer servers aren't even up right now. Right now, all I can do is play local, and basically kind of like combat training, right? I can go in the local, I can play any game mode on one map. For whatever reason, I can only play under retreat, but I can play any game mode, use any guns, use any kill streaks or anything like that. And yeah, and I can play against bots and whatnot, and so far I'm liking it. It's a lot of fun. If you guys want to learn more about it, you guys once again can go follow me on Twitter at NeroTweets and go read through some of that stuff. Lots of cool, interesting stuff. But that aside, let's try not to focus on Advanced Warfare. Let's focus on the questions here. First question, he's gonna write, Dear Nero, what was your favorite TV show when you were a kid? Jake from Vancouver. So Jake, I grew up in the 90s, having been born in 1991, so growing up, I basically watched, like, Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon was kind of my thing, like, it's kind of like that Nickelodeon or Disney, like, a lot of people like Disney, a lot of people like Nickelodeon. I like Nickelodeon more or less growing up. Shows that were on at the time were, like, Rocko's Modern Life and The Angry Beavers, and even once you get a little bit older, like, there was, like, All That. Are You Afraid of the Dark was, like, the scariest show in the world at the time. Of course, I loved the Rugrats growing up. SpongeBob came in, like, the 2000s and stuff, but I would say I was, like, 9 or 10 at the time when SpongeBob came on, so of course I watched that along with everybody that still watches this to this day. Yeah, basically early 90s TV shows on Nickelodeon, like 90s Nickelodeon, which in a lot of people's opinion was like the best Nickelodeon, but I think a part of that was because a lot of us grew up with that. That was kind of like our childhood, Our childhood was like the Rugrats and the Angry Beavers and Rocko's Modern Life. I'm sure I'm forgetting other ones. Rocket Power, I think that was like 2000s, but Rocket Power was freaking awesome. All those great shows, I love them. There's actually a website, I forget what it's called. You might need to do some Googling, but I think it's called like nickreboot.com or something like that. It's basically a website where this guy 24/7 is like live streaming old Nickelodeon shows as if it were like on TV, there's no commercials, but it's live streamed as if it were on TV, and there's like a chat like there is for Twitch where everyone kind of sits there and talks to each other while watching these shows together. It's kind of a neat little place, I was watching it, like Ario Monsters was on. I was never a fan of that show personally growing up, but that was on when I checked out the website, and it's like, that's a cool little website. I think it's nickreboot.com, probably Google it so you find out. It's one of those websites that does have a lot of ads on it though, so yeah, just avoid those. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, I was wondering, now that Halloween is coming up on Friday, did you ever go trick-or-treating? And if you did, then what was your favorite costume that you've ever worn? Thanks for uploading great content, Leo from California. So Leo, the earliest memory I have of a costume for Halloween was actually a vampire, which I think a lot of people have done something similar to that, like a vampire costume. But the thing with my vampire costume, it was kind of cool. I had like the cape, and I had like the outfit, and of course I like painted my face white, and I had the fang teeth and stuff like that. But the fake blood that you're supposed to like kind of put in your mouth, so it kind of like dripples down like from your lips or something like that, like a little bit of blood drippling down, tastes fucking awful. It tasted like cough syrup. Like, why did they even give it a taste? Like, it was, oh man, it was an atrocious taste. I remember that specifically. My favorite costume, though, I can't even remember a lot of them. I think I went as like Mr. Freeze or something like that from Batman. I didn't even watch Batman. I just thought it was a cool outfit and he had a cool name. I think the best one I ever had was Darth Maul back when that movie was out from Star Wars. I went as Darth Maul. And once again, wasn't ever even really into Star Wars, but I had a Star Wars Wars outfits, right? But the coolest part about it was the costume came with the double lightsaber, right? That you get, it kind of like folded in and out like the lightsabery part, so you can kind of fold it in and out wherever you wanted. And it was kind of a cool thing, and having that lightsaber was freaking awesome, and I liked it. The costume itself was the cheapest damn thing in the world. Like, I think it ripped like partway through the whole thing, but I didn't care. I just took it off and ran around with my lightsaber because that was the coolest thing in the world. So that was my favorite trick-or-treating costume growing up. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, I was wondering why you've never done a Let's Play of Skyrim. I know that you're a huge Elder Scrolls fan, so I'm confused as to why you've never done one. Plus, if you're on PC, you could mod the shit out of it, and it would be awesome. And awesome was in all caps with count them, 5 exclamation marks at the end of it. I would love to see you do a Let's Play of Skyrim. Keep up the great work, Trevor from Florida. So Trevor, a lot of people have asked me about that because I have talked about Skyrim a couple times here on my channel. And of course, I've talked about the Elder Scrolls Online, and I've played the holy hell out of both of them. The reason I've never actually posted any of them to my channel, with the exception of Nero's Let's Plays, I have a guide of how to kill stuff in Skyrim, which is just a funny video. I thought it was hilarious. It's my sense of humor. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was a cool video. And I've done 3 beta videos of Elder Scrolls Online on Nero's Let's Plays as well. The reason I've never actually posted stuff like that is, like, one, Elder Scrolls Online is an MMO game, and the story itself, like, leveling from like 1 to 50 in an MMO, especially like Elder Scrolls Online, would take for freaking ever. And the same thing goes for Skyrim. Even though Skyrim's not online, it's just single player, then beating like the main story of Skyrim is a task. It's a chore. It's a lot to do, which is the reason why I've never actually gone back and done it again. I've beaten it once on the Xbox, and even since like downloading Skyrim here on my PC, I've never actually really advanced in the main story a whole lot. I think I've gotten to the part where you have to go to the third of the world and do that part where you start learning shouts and whatnot. That's the first I've gotten on PC. Aside from that, I just enjoy like the open world aspect, and I can just kind of go around and explore, do some occasional side quests and whatnot. Look for like the random world events and things like that you see throughout the world. And like you see like the Thalmor walking by, and they've got like a prisoner or something like that. You go talk to them, and if the Thalmor's a dick to me or something like that, it's like, get out of the way. This is like official Thalmor business, you peasant. Get out of here. And then like, okay, so they start walking away. Then I sneak up and like assassinate all of them and let the prisoner go or stuff like that. Like little fun things like that is what I like to do. I go in and see if I can find dragons or I don't know, just random fun stuff I like to do like that. So yeah, the reason I've never done a Let's Play Skyrim, the reason I won't do a Let's Play Skyrim is it's so freaking long that it would be like 100 episode Let's Play. I can't find like a Let's Play on Skyrim on YouTube that's like not under 100 episodes. Like, it's a very, very long thing to commit yourself to, and Skyrim's one of those games I don't even really play a whole lot anymore because I've played so much of it in the past, but it's one of those games occasionally I do like to go back onto and just kind of walk around the open world and stuff. So that's the reason I'll never do a Let's Play of Skyrim. It's way too long, but I do really enjoy the game. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, I recently saw that the Orbital VSAT is coming back to Advanced Warfare, and I remember you saying that this is your favorite kill streak in Black Ops 2. Are you going to use this in Advanced Warfare, or do you think there'll be better kill streaks than the VSAT? Sam from Wisconsin. So saying from experience, the first thing I did when I got on Advanced Warfare was I went to the UAV and I equipped the UAV up to try and make it like the VSAT. Gave it everything I possibly could, right? And even doing that, it still doesn't perform 100% like a VSAT. There's still a gap. There's like a tick like in between like the waves of the UAV. Even with it going faster, there's still a little bit of a tick. So it's not fully like a VSAT, but it's pretty close to a VSAT. But it costs a whole lot of points. It really, really does. And for it to not exactly be like a VSAT, it's more or less just a lot better of a UAV at that point. I figure, and I've done this on Advanced Warfare, just instead of doing that, I just run the normal UAV and I run some other kill streaks. Like forgive me because I don't understand like the full names or anything like that. There's one that's a lot like a stealth bomber, and there's one that's a lot like a Hellstorm missile. And actually, it's not even like a Hellstorm missile. It's more like a Predator missile than anything. So those two kill streaks plus the UAV I've been having a lot of fun with. Of course, I've only played like 3 or 4 games in Advanced Warfare, and they're against bots. It's only been on one map, right? So take the opinion with a grain of salt. But so far, but what I was looking at with the Orbital in Advanced Warfare, it wasn't as good as it was in Black Ops 2. That's what I'm seeing so far with it, and I think the UAV is better. And here's another tidbit: you can't have multiple of the same kill streak. So if you wanted to take your UAV and you wanted to equip it up to work like an Orbital VSAT, you can't use just a normal UAV as well, which is really kind of a pain for me, because like in Black Ops 2, my favorite way to set up my kill streaks was UAV, counter UAV, Orbital VSAT. That's what I ran every single game just about. Of course, occasionally I would switch out to counter UAV for a Hellstorm or a Lightning Strike and stuff like that, but for the most part, I ran UAV on every single class fast no matter what. And if you want to have like the orbital in Advanced Warfare, you can't do that. So I think I'm not going to be using that too much. I think I'm just going to use the normal UAV. Maybe I'll upgrade it so it gives me 15 points every time my teammates get a kill while the UAV is up, because that's kind of nice. It helps work towards your next kill streak. I might do that. But aside from that, I really don't think, so far, this could change, but so far I'm not overly pleased with the orbital in Advanced Warfare. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, have you ever had someone who you've blocked send you a video of them singing Katy Perry, and if so, did you unblock them? Love your videos, keep it up. Jacob from the Great White North. So Jacob is referring, to those of you guys that don't know, I made a little rule here on my channel because I do block quite a considerable amount of people. I don't know, it's not, that makes it sound like I'm freaking Hitler or something, but I do block people that are douchebags, right? People that come in there like, this video is stupid, stuff like that, I always block the person, or if they say something rude or something like that, I usually block the person from my YouTube channel. And I made the rule a long time ago, very long time ago, that I think it was like partway through Black Ops 2 or so, saying that if you are blocked from my channel and you ever want unblocked from my channel, that you need to tweet me a video of you singing me a Katy Perry song. And I basically got rid of that rule right after the first one came in, where the person actually freaking did it. And he was like doing like a screamo rendition. He had an awful microphone and he's like singing Katy Perry. It was fucking, oh my god. It was so bad. It was freaking cringeworthy. It was awkward to look at. And because of that, I got rid of that rule. Now if you're blocked, you're just blocked forever. And it's like, oh god, the Katy Perry thing. But yeah, someone did send it. I'm not going to link it. Actually, I only have a link to it, so I'm not even going to look up the link to it. But yeah, that was quite the thing. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, lightning questions. Favorite sport to play? American football. Favorite COD game? This is tough. I would say Call of Duty 4 or World at War or Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is really damn good. Cheetos or Fritos? I would say Cheetos. Not a big fan of Fritos at all. Family Guy or American Dad? I would say American Dad over Family Guy. And those are the 4 questions, and those were from Nico in North Carolina. They were lightning questions. It was all in caps, so I had to go quickly with it because that's how it works. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, before you started doing YouTube as your job, what did you do to earn money? Josh from England. So Josh, I worked at Walmart unloading trucks, and prior to that, a very short period of time, I was like a customer service representative for AT&T. Very short time though, it was only like a month or so. So before that, I did customer service for AT&T, and then I also did unloading trucks at Walmart for a bit. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, what is your biggest fear in Advanced Warfare and why? Geo from New Jersey. So Geo, the biggest fear I have for Advanced Warfare is that it's not going to be a good game. I worry that it's not going to be a fun game to play. I worry that it's going to be a game that doesn't suck me in and that I'm just going to dread playing. Because here on YouTube here, I post Call of Duty stuff, right? And but people say like, oh, you just don't, like, you didn't want Call of Duty Ghost to be good. Because Call of Duty Ghost was not really my cup of tea. It was not my favorite Call of Duty game. It was playable, but it wasn't something that really sucked me in the same way Black Ops 2 did, or Black Ops, or World at War, Call of Duty 4. Like, Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost for me were both, in all things considered, disappointments as compared to the rest of the titles in the series. And I'm worried that Advanced Warfare is going to be the same way. That's what I'm really worried about. I'm worried that Advanced Warfare is not fun to play at all. And people say, like, you don't want, like Call of Duty Ghost, like, oh, you don't even want it to be good because you're an Infinity Ward hater. It's like, no, I'm a Call of Duty YouTuber. I fucking need this game to be good. I want this game to be good. And that's my fear. My fear is that it's not going to be that fun to play. My fear is that over time it's going to dwell down. And after a few months, because every Call of Duty game's fun for the first month or so, I'm worried that after that initial time, like after, once we get to January or something like that, that the game is going to become stale and people aren't going to enjoy it anymore. That's the thing I'm worried about. Of course, I'm not saying that's going to happen or anything, but that's the thing I'm worried about. It's not going to be a good game. I'm not worried in particular about any of the equipment or any of the attachments or any of the guns or anything like that, or the maps. It's just I'm worried that it's just not going to have the fun factor. That's what I'm worried about. And I think so far it does. I'm just saying I'm hoping that that doesn't wear off over time. I think that's true just about any game. I think wherever you buy any video game ever, you're worried that you're going to get tired of that game soon or something like that. And I think that would definitely suck if we were to get tired of any like Borderlands pre-sequel. I'm so hyped for that game. Now that I've beaten the game and I've beaten it again on True Vault Hunter mode and I'm now level 50, there's not a whole lot to do in that game after you hit level 50, guys. I'm not going to spoil it for you right now. There's not a whole lot to do. And I'm like, why? Why'd they do this? Now I'm just kind of disappointed. And sad to say, I'm kind of disappointed with Borderlands pre-sequel so far, because it's like, after you beat the game, it's like, there's nothing left to do here. Whereas Borderlands 2 seemed, for me, for whatever reason, to have, like, infinite replay value for me. It's like, I was always out there farming legendaries and stuff like that. Like, the raid boss in the pre-sequel is just freaking terrible. The raid boss is the laziest raid boss in the world. I won't spoil anything, But the raid boss is the laziest, stupidest idea for a raid boss I've ever seen in Borderlands. It's atrocious. He doesn't even drop anything really that good. It's I don't know. There's not really a whole lot to work for that game. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that I'm not. I'm already worried that I'm not going to like the pre-sequel in the coming months. I'm already kind of over the game. I'm worried that's going to happen. I'm worried Advanced Warfare is going to be the same way. I'm worried about that. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, do you think that the growth in mobile gaming will increase so much that it will take over console gaming? From Charlie in Yorkshire, England. Charlie, while mobile gaming is going up, right? Mobile gaming is a giant thing. Me personally, I don't understand. I do have Candy Crush on my phone. I'm on like level 12. I don't play it ever. I just don't play mobile games or anything like that, right? But I do recognize, I do see that mobile gaming is growing a whole lot. Throughout the gaming world. And will it ever get big enough to take over console gaming? I don't think so. Mobile games are things that you do in your spare time, like when you're not home. When you're away from home, like you're riding your bus, or you're the passenger in a car on your way to work, or if you're in a waiting room at the doctor or the dentist or something, you play a mobile game. It's a really cool thing. You can just pull out your phone, start playing some games, and have fun doing that. If you want an actual kind of gaming experience, though, well, I guess actual gaming experience. If you want a more cinematic gaming experience, maybe I should say, you're never gonna be able to play Gears of War on your phone. You're never going to have that. You're never going to have something like that. You're never going to be able to play Skyrim on your phone. You're never going to be able to play multiplayer Call of Duty like on your phone or things. It's stuff like that. You're not going to be able to do things like that we really enjoy in gaming. You're not going to be able to do that on a phone. You can do it on a console, you can do it on a PC, but you can't do it on your phone. So because of that, I don't think mobile gaming will ever take over console gaming, but I do see mobile gaming growing and growing and growing. It's the same with consoles. Consoles continuously grow, PCs continuously grow, and mobile's going to continuously grow. But I don't think there will ever be a point where mobile takes over consoles or PCs for that matter. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, why do you think Battlefield fans always hate on Call of Duty? Keep up the great work, from Alejandro in Sacramento. So Alejandro, I hope I pronounced that right. Probably didn't. I probably did really racist by giving an accent to it. I would say that people that play Battlefield, that hate Call of Duty, and I see those sons of bitches on my videos. I do. I see it. I think those people, they come to videos and stuff like that, and they hate on Call of Duty because of fanboyism. Nothing more, nothing less. Pure fanboyism. So how it works is people like a thing, right? You like thing, you defend thing. Everyone else that doesn't like thing is stupid. That's what you think. That's what these fanboys think, right? And it goes for a lot of things. There's Call of Duty versus Battlefield. There's Coke versus Pepsi. There's McDonald's versus Burger King. There's Xbox versus PlayStation. There's console versus PC. There's iPhone versus Android. There's all kinds of different back and forth things like I don't know. I think it basically used a lot of examples already. There's a lot of things like that, right? And even goes like things like sports, like people go American football versus soccer, or football everywhere else in the world, or things like that. People always they pick a thing that they like. And if you don't like that thing, you're stupid, and that it's annoying. And there's even like little subcategories of that where even within Call of Duty, there's people that are snipers that love snipers, and there's people that hate snipers, and they bicker back and forth. It's fanboyism. It's what they like, and if you don't like the thing that they like, then you're stupid. I do think it's annoying. Isn't it fine? Well, why can't the world just like something without being a dick about it, right? Why can't that happen anymore? Like for me, I like Battlefield and Call of Duty, but if I had to pick between the two, I'm going to take Call of Duty all day. I'm not a fan of snipers, but do you see me actively going out there and hating snipers and waging war and going over to videos of people on FaZe Clan or any sniping team out there and commenting on their videos that they're fucking stupid or things like that? So, no. I just don't say much about it, I like Coke more than I like Pepsi. Do you see me flaming Pepsi fans? Do you see me, for the most part, I like Burger King more than McDonald's. I will say McDonald's has better french fries, but the burgers I like more at Burger King. That's really what you're going out to get, so I like Burger King more than McDonald's. Do you see me picketing outside McDonald's saying that everyone there sucks? It's like, why? I don't understand why people do that. It's like, can't you just like a thing and just accept other people's opinion on things rather than having to kind of start flame wars? And people do that for Call of Duty. They do it for Battlefield as well. It's not like it's only the Battlefield fans. Call of Duty people do it as well. And they go over there and say, God, people still play Call of Duty. I quit playing that casual game. I play Battlefield where it takes more skill. And I've played a lot of Battlefield. Chances are I'm probably better than you, Mr. Guy that's commenting. The Battlefield's so damn good. So you can shut your mouth. And they're both good games. There's no need to have this giant fanboy war. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, do you think there's going to be a second co-op game mode for Advanced Warfare? Nick from New York. So Nick, sad to say, from what I've found so far, there is no fourth game mode that I've seen in Advanced Warfare. If you go there, there is multiplayer, there is single player, and then there is Exo Survival, and that's all the really option. That's all the options there really are. I mean, of course, there may be somewhere hidden somehow that I just can't find. That maybe is unlocked by being the campaign, or you like they did with World at War and they first implemented zombies or things like that. It could be like that, maybe. I don't know. From what I've seen so far, it's not in there though. Next and final question, he's gonna rate Dear Nero, and keep in mind this one's a doozy. It's quite a long one, so sit back, relax, and get comfy. He's going to rate which version of each map do you like better, and he goes on to list just about every single remake map that's ever been redone in Call of Duty. He may be missing some, but he's got a lot of them in here, so I can't quite tell if if he's actually missing any here. But he's got a lot of them in here. So basically, what I'm going to be doing here is he's going to list off the original map and the remake of the map, and he's going to ask my opinion which one I like better. Now, before I answer these questions, you should keep in mind that I'm answering this based upon if they were both in the same game. Like for example, the first one's going to be Favela on Ghost or Favela on Modern Warfare 2. I'm not basing this on like, oh, I like the Favela on Modern Warfare 2 because that game had better kill streaks and they were a lot more fun to play on that map. I'm not basing it upon that. I'm basing it upon sheerly how the map looks and the changes that were actually made to the map in terms of how it plays and stuff. Not by the kill streaks, not by the way it, not by the game itself, but just by the map itself is how I'm going to be judging this. So first one is going to be Favela on Ghost or Favela on Modern Warfare 2, and I'm going to go with Favela on Ghosts because the reason for that is it looks a lot better. It looks a lot more cleaned up. It looks a lot prettier. It's got the whole Brazilian World Cup kind of thing going on, so that was kind of nice. And the reason I like it the more than Modern Warfare 2 is simply because it looks better. That's really the only reason. They didn't actually change around much to the map at all. It just simply looks better, and because of that, I'm going to go with Favela on Call of Duty Ghost. Next one is going to be Ignition or Scrapyard. So Ignition was from Ghost, Scrapyard was from Modern Warfare 2, and between those two, I'm going to go with Scrapyard from Modern Warfare 2, and the reason for that is, even though, of course, graphically it doesn't look as good, they didn't change it around. I like the way Scrapyard played more than I like Ignition played. When they added Ignition to the game, they changed around a whole lot of things. They added the entire underground section, for example. The underground section, they did the rocket ship thing that was like set people on fire and stuff. Just the way the map looked, the way it played, and what changes they made to it, I did not like it much, so I went with Scrapyard from Modern Warfare 2 as being better. Showtime or Shipment? Good God, don't even get me started. Shipment is 10 times better. Unearthed from Call of Duty Ghost or Dome from Modern Warfare 3. I would say Unearthed, all things considered, is a bit better. There's not really a whole lot they actually changed to the map. It just looks a lot cooler. I like the theme of it definitely a lot more than I like the theme of Dome. So yeah, I would say Unearthed would be a lot better than Dome in my opinion. Black Ops 2 Studio or Black Ops' Firing Range. I would say Firing Range from Black Ops, and the reason being is because I just like the setting. I like the fact that it's in Cuba. I like the fact that it's a firing range. I like the history, even though there's not like actual history there. But there's implied history there. I like that kind of thing, and for that reason, I'm gonna go with Firing Range over Studio. Uplink from Black Ops 2 or Summit from Black Ops? I'm going to go ahead and say Uplink from Black Ops 2 because while I like Summit, while I thought it was like one of the few like really good snow maps in all of Call of Duty, and that was great, I would say Uplink is actually better because they didn't change around anything in terms of how it plays, but the rain, like that was one of the first and only maps ever that's done rain good. Like it was, that map is beautiful. Like I love Uplink. I'm going to pick that over Summit. Dig from Black Ops 2 or Courtyard from World at War? I'm going to say Courtyard from World at War. Once again, it has implied history there. I definitely liked it a lot. And Dig, to me, was kind of uninspired. Like, well, it's just a desert, It's nothing really special there. It's just a desert out there in Afghanistan that's modeled to kind of look kind of like Courtyard from World at War. So definitely going to take Courtyard from World at War, definitely. I like that one a lot more. Stadium from Black Ops or Takeoff from Black Ops 2? I'm going to say Takeoff from Black Ops 2, and the reason for that is it looks 10 times better. It actually has a pretty cool theme. Stadium, for me, just didn't, something about the setting and the theme of it just wasn't that good. I didn't like it as much. And Takeoff, of course, they didn't actually change the way the map played at all or anything like that. It just looked good. It just looked good. It was a lot shinier. It just, the colors were a lot better, and just the setting of it was a lot cooler. So I'm going to take Takeoff from Black Ops 2 over Stadium from Black Ops. Nuketown 2025 or Nuketown? While they both, once again, play the same, I'm going to pick the original Nuketown just because of all the cool memories I have there. Nuketown 2025 is great, but I like the original setting for Nuketown a little bit more. That's just me. Terminal from Modern Warfare 2 or Terminal from Modern Warfare 3? I'm going to say Terminal from Modern Warfare 2, and the reason for that being is Terminal from Modern Warfare 2 had a lot more color. It was a lot better looking. There's no differences in the way that they played, but in terms of like the color and the aesthetic, the Modern Warfare 2 version was much better in my opinion. Vacant from Modern Warfare 2 or Vacant from Call of Duty 4, I'm going to take the Modern Warfare 2 Vacant over the Call of Duty 4 one, because Call of Duty 4's graphics, while I love the game, oh man, they were dreadful graphics in terms of the color and the aesthetic and whatnot. And just Vacant itself, once again, they didn't change the way Vacant played at all, but the map itself just looked a lot better. It was actually gorgeous as compared to the COD 4 variation. So I'm going to say Vacant from Modern Warfare 2. Strike from Modern Warfare 2 or Strike from Call of Duty 4. I'm going to say, once again, Strike from Modern Warfare 2. Same reason, it just looks better than the Call of Duty 4 one. Crash from Modern Warfare 2 or Crash from Call of Duty 4? Once again, same exact thing. I would say Crash from Modern Warfare 2 because, once again, it just simply looks better than the Call of Duty 4 version. The same goes for Overgrown on Modern Warfare 2 or Overgrown on Call of Duty 4. Overgrown on Modern Warfare 2, I'm going to take once more just because it looks simply better. If you guys didn't play Modern Warfare 2, they basically brought back 4 maps from COD 4, those being Vacant, Strike, Crash, and Overgrown, and they didn't change around the way the maps played or anything like that. It really didn't change around anything about them. They basically just updated the graphics and the lighting and stuff like that. So they're just simply better looking versions. That's really all they are. Cliffside from World at War or Hazard from Black Ops. I'm going to say Cliffside from World at War. Hazard was a neat looking map, the idea of the golf course and all that, but the theme of it was kind of goofy, right? I didn't feel like I was playing Call of Duty because I was like on this big golf course and it just felt weird. It didn't feel right, and Cliffside, I don't know, you're over there on the hills in Japan and whatnot. It was kind of a cool area. You got bunkers there. There's ghosts on that map and stuff like that, So I think Cliffside from World at War would be better than Hazard from Black Ops. And the final one, which is one he says I'll have to answer, is Pipeline from COD 4 or Atlas Gorge from Advanced Warfare. And I sadly can't honestly answer that question because I do have Advanced Warfare, but at the time of this video going up, the multiplayer is not even live, so I don't even have access to Atlas Gorge. I only have access to Retreat. Is the map I can play, so I can't even say. But I gotta say, all things considered, I don't like Pipeline a whole lot, so I think I'm gonna like Atlas Gorge more just because it looks a lot better. Because Pipeline, honestly, it was not even that good of a map. It wasn't. It was not good. It was not a great map. Pipeline was the kind of map that you vote to skip every time it pops up because it was not a good map. Pipeline was really not that great of a map. But that is this week's episode of Dear Nero. I bet a lot of you thought this was going to be a short one. I thought this was going to be a shorter one. Then I realized that last question really took some time to do. So it ended up being a little bit of a longer episode of Dear Nero, which is kind of nice. So I do hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of Dear Nero. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And if you guys would like to send in your guys' questions for next week's episode of Dear Nero, simply send me a personal message here on YouTube, and that's all you have to do. If you guys don't know how to send a message, I say this every week because they haven't really updated this apparently. They go to send a message on YouTube. You need to be on a computer apparently. If you're using a mobile device, this apparently doesn't work, and I'm not sure how you send a message via a mobile device. If any of you guys know how to do it, of course, let everyone know in the comments. I'll be sure to reply to it, thumbs it up, and things like that, so everyone can see. But the way you send a message here on YouTube is go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/NerosCinema. And you need to go to the About section. There will be like an About tab you can click. And from there, if you scroll down, there will be a Send Message button down there. Now, once again, this will not work if you're on a phone or a tablet or anything like that. It only works if you're on a PC, and I'm not sure how you send messages from a mobile device or a tablet or anything like that. So you need to be on a PC. That's how you send a message. And just to make things easier, when you're sending your message, it would be great if at the very beginning of your message, since you can't title it anymore for whatever reason, just type in Dear Nero. Type Dear Nero dash and then put your question. That way when I'm scrolling through all my messages, I can easily identify which ones are specifically sent for Dear Nero. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of Dear Nero. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And allow me to open up my calendar here on my computer really quickly because it's never actually applied to me before. And according to my calendar here on my PC, next week's Dear Nero will be October 5th, which is in fact one day after Advanced Warfare actually releases and when we're actually, I think, able to post videos of it. Advanced Warfare, of course, with Day 0 is going to be on Monday, October 3rd. So I'm wondering how it's going to work. Are we going to be allowed to post videos on Monday the 3rd, or if we're going to have to wait till Tuesday the 4th? I really don't know. So just a forewarning, I'm not sure if there will be a Dear Nero next week, because next week is basically going to be Advanced Warfare week. We're doing all the videos for Advanced Warfare and all that crazy fun stuff. So we may actually miss out on an episode of Dear Nero as I am just playing Advanced Warfare until I put myself into a coma or something and upload a bazillion videos and stuff. So there might not be an episode of Dear Nero next week. There may be. I'll keep you guys updated via Twitter and stuff like that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.